Let's see if we're still talking about lolly shit. Your posts are public. Lolicon is good, actually. Response. This is a 48-second video? What? Is that a short? Did he upload a short?
So Diesel just uploaded a video an hour ago talking about my situation and more or less slandering me and calling me a PDF for defending lolly content within my video. But what I find very interesting about this video is that 1 year ago, he made this post on his YouTube community post tab, more or less joking about lollies within One Piece and anime, and he says with his own words, "Guys, my cousin hacked my account and publicized a video that was meant to be private. What a weirdo." And people were video. So I find it very interesting in making posts. So,
there's no way.
Yeah, what's up?
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way, dude. You made a 49-second video. There's no way. I don't care about him or fucking the guy he's talking about. But you're making... Why is it Rev's face on your 49-second video? Yeah, that's what he sounds like. On your 49-second video that's not worth... Like, oh my god, dude. I don't think you can even get ad revenue for a video that's 49 seconds. Like, truthfully. So I don't understand why he posted that. It's not like his videos are typically that long to begin with. 5-minute videos, 4-minute videos. He barely goes over 10 minutes. And he puts out a 49-second video, which makes it seem like it's talking about Rev, and there's Diesel patches. You could have just tweeted that. That could have just been a link in your tweet. That's crazy. That's crazy work. This is, by the way, the thumbnail he has for this one. Let me see some quick. Her name is Eni Aban, right? Eni Aban is an engineer in STEM. And she's British. Okay, so what's his beef with her?
There is now a DEI anime consultant that is based in the UK for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. It's a match made in heaven, but it gets much worse than that. So there is another person that is a part of the judges that is called Elijah, that is an associate editor at the AV Club. Don't know what the AV Club is? Well, let me showcase.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say he knows what AV Club was. I'm like, what?
He recently did an article back in February talking about Shibo Yugi, and in the review of this, they completely try to shut down fan service, say it's icky, too explicit. That
let's read what it says. While it works as a general commentary on how women are justified and turning on each other in reality TV media writ large, these observations feel even more barbed in the context of anime. The medium has deservedly earned a reputation over the years of being filled to the brim with fan service meant to titillate male audiences. This type of framing is so prevalent that it's borderline the norm for a show to have random shots focusing on butts and cleavage, contrived scenarios where a guy accidentally falls on top of a woman or walks in her and changing, and so on. These moments can be found in everything from more explicitly romantic material to action series meant for teen boys. Almost no genre is safe. To name an egregious and frequent cited example, there's Fire Force, which is true though. Which is fucking true though. What are you mad about?
It's bad for the medium of anime itself, and it's a bad look in general. You can see the highlighted part here, but don't worry, it gets much worse than that. Then we have Lee that works at Nerdist, and if you're wondering what Nerdist has reviewed or what they think about anime, this is what they have to say about anime and also fan service as well. They tried to review Monogatari, basically praising it, saying it's really good, it's intellectual, and the article overall does come off very positive. But then when you get to one of the big key aspects of Monogatari, which, let's be honest, is its fan service and over-the-top just showcasing of everything for the female cast, they absolutely say it is the worst part of the show. It is the worst vices of anime itself. You can literally see it right here.
Okay, since I can literally see it right here, combined together you get Monogatari. The show shamelessly panders to the worst vices in the medium, thoughtfully critiques itself for such pandering, then proceeds to pander again with twice enthusiasm. At times, this excess can be funny. At other times, it can be an obnoxious blight on what is usually very smart, serious, and heartfelt show. There is nothing within that is even harsh. This is just true of this series. This is what I was talking about before when I say they want their mediums, anime and video games, to be treated with the same level of respect as films and classical pieces of art, right? And when they finally get that, they can't handle it. Wait, he's saying this is the worst. No. And also what Chibi's doing is completely misrepresenting and poisoning the well. He's misrepresenting what the review is saying. What it literally talks about, if the show is so great, why is it more popular? They clearly have a positive impression of the show, but they can't ignore its critiques. Like I always tell people about Fire Force. I like Fire Force, but it's really hard to recommend Fire Force with fucking Lucky Lecture being a thing. It just is. If you took out, because here's the thing about Fire Force, real quick. Fire Force, on the whole, isn't very, like, let's say, perverted. Like, it's not a super horny show. It really isn't. But because it's not that, having Lucky Lecture runs like completely tonally different from the show. Like if this was High School from the Dead, a High School of the Dead, fine. Have Lucky Lecture in there, who cares? The whole show is fucking fan service. But Fire Force is not that. Like I'm being dead serious. I really like Fire Force, but that feels so like an anathema to the series. Like why is it here? To the point where the creator creates a literal self-insert in terms of this woman and her son, who's supposed to act as like the audience who's offended by fan service, and then the son is there to justify said fan service. Like he's literally the insert for the author, and it's like, and guess what? Completely unnecessary. Completely unnecessary. You can have a show like Kill la Kill, which again has a ton of fan service in it, but it actually plays into the story. Nudist beach, being comfortable in your skin, like it actually plays into the story, truthfully. But Fire Force, you could completely get rid of her powers like that. You could completely get rid of the Lucky Lecture, which is the only thing in the show like that. Like you have people in the show who can read minds, who can like accelerate through time, who can freeze time, who can do all this cool shit, but off the basis of thermodynamics, right? It's called Fire Force. They're firefighter, but they fight with little fire. Her power is literally like horny gags. In addition to her being able to manipulate fire, she also has the power of Lucky Lecture, which is like, yeah, in these situations, sometimes my clothes will just fall off. And I'm not even being reductive. That is how it works. She will just inconveniently slip, like trip, and her shirt will literally fly off and her pants will come off. And she'll expose her bra and panties. Like that is how her powers work. And there was like one, maybe two times where an enemy was exactly weak to that. But again, because Lucky Lecture isn't something conscious, like Naruto doing his harem no jutsu or reverse harem no jutsu, where it's a choice, it seems completely unnecessary. And that little spiel was to hide the fact that that same is true for the Monogatari series. That's what this review is talking about. It's such a smart, serious, heartfelt show, and then they, oh, titty gag. Oh, I'm gonna trip and fall and grab your boob. I'm gonna be overly horny. I mean, fuck, Chainsaw Man takes that to an extreme, where that's part of Denji's character, and it seems a flaw is a bad thing, where he can't stop thinking with his dick, but it's reality because he doesn't have any sort of intimacy, right? But that's not what happens in this series.
But don't worry, it doesn't just stop at that. And then we
You like how I gave you guys more analysis than the anime channel guy? So he's just mad at the judges. He's just mad at the judges.
have this individual right here that's also a judge at the Crunchyroll Anime Awards that works at GameSpot, and if you're wondering how GameSpot feels about anime fan service, taboo themes, icky content, well, we have this article for Konosuba, and they basically straight up say that Kazuma and Konosuba in general is deeply transphobic.
No, it says the whole scene comes off as deeply transphobic. The scene, not the whole anime. Like, there's a reason why he's also doing specific little cuts here, because he's not able to critique anything. He's just mad. He's just mad that there's judges out there that are actually judging anime like you should.
as you can see right here in an article. Then you also have this clip.
And an article that he won't even tell you what these articles are. Like, he won't even let you read. At no point in any of these does he let you see what the article is. I don't even think he's even linking to the articles. No. So he doesn't let you see what the articles are. He doesn't link to the articles. He's cutting off obviously very specific portions of the article just so he can try to strawman his point.
Is a clip from 2018.
Or strawman their point.
But this is also them talking about anime fan service in general, which let's just play the clip.
Recent, well-received shows have at least a little fan service. It's almost to be expected at this point. And that can get exhausting, especially when you're trying to watch a show you thought was going to be about zombies and instead it was about other things.
So I think in general, it kind of lays out that they really don't like fan service as well.
That's not what they said though, right? That's not what they're saying. They're saying that there's a limit, there's a point, which is true. Like, these guys are such babies. They can't handle anything, man. They cannot handle anything. There is a point for everything where something becomes too much of this. Again, I've read all of Fire Force, okay? I've read Fire Force. I've read like Berserk. I've read anime. I've watched animes and read manga that have very adult themes. But there's a point where it's like, all right, dude, this is getting in the way. If I watch another harem anime where all the women are just throwing it at the dude and he's just like, I'm a boring person, I'll kill myself, okay? There's too many of those already. And even within that genre, there are so many tropes that people use that you've seen a million times that very seldomly do the animes move beyond those tropes. Where they actually have fully fleshed out people. Where the tsunderes are not just that the entire time. Where, let me guess, like, how many times have you guys seen this makeup, right? Boring main protagonist, usually a man. And then the options that he'll never really pick from, it's childhood friend, the sporty girl, the tsundere, and like the over energetic, younger, damn near borderline lolly character. Childhood friend also is the one who either overly dotes on him or is sometimes swapped with the tsundere personality. But that's it. Like, I don't think he has an understanding of anime, to be completely honest. I don't. I think he just wants to do gooner shit. Like, I don't think he actually respects and likes anime. I don't. I think I have a bigger respect and appreciation for anime than he does.
Just don't like fan service anime in general, and they just think it's exhausting. This is the words from an old post from 2018. Obviously, a lot of time has passed since then, almost basically 10 years, but the point still stands. Like, you have articles about Konosuba, you have stuff with, fan service for High School of the Dead. I think it's very...
And also, none of these animes are even up for nomination for the Crunchyrolls. So this makes no fucking sense.
Very obvious that GameSpot, and judging by the other people that are associated on the judging list, deeply do not like fan service and the general medium of anime itself. They think it's problematic. So when I take...
that is a false comparison. None of them has said that anime is problematic. Even the first person here, with over a decade experience in the UK anime fandom and as a longtime anime fan, none of them said they hate anime at all. But because they are not 100% gooners all the time, he makes them their enemy.
That Crunchyroll, a known bad actor within the anime space, that changes subtitles, puts hatred towards men within their subtitles, completely hijacks the media, and hijacks like the anime script to write their own fanfic with their English dubs or even their subtitles, and then other things alongside of that they have changed or censored. Crunchyroll has been known to just be really bad at constantly...
And again, he's conflating some real shit that happened with some made up shit. I'm not a fan of Crunchyroll's subtitle system at all, but he doesn't know how localization and this shit works. He's just upset. And also, if you're so mad about this Crunchyroll shit, don't watch it. Guess what? Guess who didn't watch the last Crunchyroll Anime Awards? Me. I didn't watch it because I don't care. I was just watching other animes. I don't care.
Pushing a narrative and agenda. And so obviously them siding with vices within anime, I think it kind of makes sense. And them working with a DEI anime consultant that's based in the UK is just peak comedy. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we all know what the UK's been doing to anime, what they've been doing to fiction, what they've been doing in terms of freedom of...
You want to find it, you know what I find interesting? If you scrub through this video,
there is beliefs in
he stays on this woman's visage the entire remaining video. So he shows her at like the first 4 seconds of the video, and after he goes through the list, once he circles back to her at the 2:30, he stays on her for the entirety of the video. What's more, if you look at what it says about here, nothing. There's nothing negative about her. He doesn't even have an article he can bring up about her.
In the UK for the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. It's a match made in heaven, but it gets much worse than that. So there is a...
See how she has nothing? There's no article for him to pull from her. There's no tweet from her, nothing like that, right? That he can use. And yet he uses her not only for the majority of the film's background, she's also the thumbnail, which I gotta say, Chibi, looks sort of sus that you could have picked any of these men. You could have picked him. You could have picked the white guy. You could have picked this dude. You could have even just had a picture of Crunchyroll for your thumbnail. But your thumbnail, we're done with this video about it because he's bad. But your thumbnail was specifically the black woman. Right here. Meet the judges. Anime is transphobic. Worst vices in media. Fan service is bad. We need DEI in anime. And look how he frames that. And look who's there. Like, I can't help but notice, because guess what? When he showed Crunchyroll here, when he's talking about Crunchyroll, he couldn't even put all the judges in one thumbnail. Like, that's obviously racially targeted. Like, obviously. That's because he doesn't do anything else. He posts shit that's relevant to what's talking about. But with the thing is too, is he didn't even put like a Crunchyroll. Like, this is an anime character. I think it's from like the Ruri Dragon or the Dragon Maid show that has nothing to do with the topic he's talking about. It says Crunchyroll hates you, wants to use silence. They're hiding comments. She's randomly there. Oh, but there's a black woman he can use for thumbnail? Hell yeah, baby. We lost UK to censor anime. And what's the video about? Judges. One judge from the UK. One judge from the UK means the UK censoring anime. Crunchyroll exposed. He also said Crunchyroll exposed here. Getting sued. This is also about Crunchyroll, by the way. Like, oh my God, dude. This has gotta be... No wonder your fucking fiance left you. This is a pathetic channel. I don't know how he got 500, almost damn near 500,000 subscribers. Those have got to be dead subscribers at this point. Oh my God.